Well, hello and welcome back. I'm Kieran Siemens in my inky world with my inky fingers. Today's question time. I've got a question that I choose and I'll read it out for you. This one is from Leon or Lee Own or something like that. Love your channel and I am sub, which means you subscribed. But isn't it just a way to show off? What a brilliant question. Well, yes. Yeah, it is. I mean, don't we all have a YouTube channel to sing or dance or skateboard or whatever you're good at? I mean, we all like to show off our skills of whatever we do, and you might be good at being a DJ or something, and the only way to do it is to show it, display it. But maybe on another hand, no, it's not a thing of showing off. I'm not kind of like, bringing my girlfriend round and playing my really up the neck string type of guitar, like, hey, that'll make her feel cool. It's not that type of thing at all. I think if you really to kind of analyze what I'm doing on this channel, you will find actually that this is more like I'm relying on all those years of working in some of these Universal Studios and Disney Studios and everything else. And it's all about bringing all those elements that I've learned. All those times when I've had to draw a deer or a rabbit or a monkey or whatever, all those years of experience, and it's coming back. And I'm relying on all that experience, all those years of learning to kind of draw a drawing without putting down any plan, just from my head and from my feelings and from how the ink falls. So this is very much about reading off me, reading off how I react to a certain line. I might put down a line of ink and I might think, oh, it's a giraffe. I can see, oh, yeah. And off I go. In the same way that probably, I mean, if you're really to think deep about it, if that's what you want, if you want to get into the nitty gritty kind of nuts and bolts of it all, maybe it's kind of more like you see those jazz people. There used to be a cafe in Shanghai called the Cotton Club that I used to go to. And you'd go into the Cotton Club and you'd have all these really experienced people turning up with all their trumpet, their bass, their guitar, whatever. And then you'd have this kind of interaction between, it'd be kind of like, hey man, I'm going to play in B minor. And then the guy would go, yeah, cool. Because he knows his B minor scale in the same way that I know the anatomy of this deer that I'm drawing. In fact, I drew a lovely reindeer this morning. Really enjoyed it. And he's just going to be sitting there and he's going to be working. When he goes home, he's going to be playing his B minor scales. And he's going to be practicing for hours and hours. So when you come down to that point, that someone's going to say, hey, I'm going to play this tune, it's in B minor, and he's going to be playing his trumpet, you're going to be able to just easily fit in. And with all those times you've played that scale, and with all that time you've backed other musicians, all that expertise, all that quality of knowledge is there at your disposal. It's there for you to show off with, if you wish to call it showing off. Or it's there for him to really enjoy. You see, when I do these drawings, I do these drawings for me. Because I turn a camera on, there's times when I've screwed up and I've still kept the drawing. In the same way that a musician would do so. And he's going to be playing his tunes and he's going to be remembering that riff that he played with Gary 6 months ago, where he was going bop 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 ba da 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 da, and he might just see if I kind of squeeze that in on a B minor, blah blah blah, and that's really where it comes down to this art about. That's why I'm always saying, play. Don't worry about what you're drawing. Don't worry about what you're painting. Just worry that you're not doing it. Because all that messing around, all that playing around, all that trying out some watercolors, trying out some pastels. I don't like pencils. Okay, try ink. Blah, 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 blah. That's all knowledge. And that's all knowledge that you will call on at some point to impress when you need it. Somebody will give you a call and say, Kieran, could you do me an illustration of a monkey hanging from a tree playing guitar? And I'll think, well, I've drawn guitars before. I've drawn monkeys before. Maybe I've never drawn a monkey playing a guitar before. And I'll be able to click into those bits of knowledge, those bits of experience that I've had to basically get into it and to put it together. And to put it together in a way that I feel comfortable. I feel confident enough that once that drawing is done, I'm enjoying the whole process. And of course, the final result is that the person hopefully will be pleased to see the drawing. So, yeah, I mean, you know, if I was on stage in front of 10,000 people and I had to draw, I would like to have the knowledge that I have here. Otherwise, I'd be terrified, you know? Getting on stage with a huge big piece of paper and say, okay, Kieran, can you draw us a giraffe? I've never drawn a giraffe. What does a giraffe look like? Does it have horns? What kind of tail does he have? You know, all these questions will come to you. Does it have spots on its face? Or is its face bare? Blah, 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 blah. And all these little bits of insecurity, all these little questions will make you extremely nervous. And that's what you don't want. So, yeah, I think I wouldn't really say it's showing off, but I do like to practice my scales. I do like to practice my ability to draw a head looking that way, or a six-legged creature, or whatever, you know. That's why on the day, it's an excitement, you know. It's like me turning up on stage with my trumpet or guitar and saying, okay, what key is this guy going to play in? It's a G minor 7. G minor 7? I know G major, I don't know G minor, I don't know G minor 7. I'm lost. What do I do? You know? So, in this way, I'm going to put down, maybe someone gives me a request and say, could you draw a crab? I have to think, okay, how many legs has a crab got? Is it 6? Is it 8? Is it 6 little legs and 2 big claws? Or is it 4 at the back and 2? You know, all these little details are something that you build up over years of doing. And that's one of the things that I love to have, this process where I draw. When I draw to entertain. Hopefully it entertains you, and it definitely entertains me, because I'm the one going through this journey. I'm the one who's going through this invention, this whatever it's going to be. So a lot of times the excitement is mine. I know it's great to put it on channel. I know it's great to put it up, and thousands of people send me messages and say, yes, I love it, and like my channel and follow my channel and everything. But a lot of these drawings are for me to kind of test my ability and fine-tune my ability. So, the answer to your question is yes and no. Does that answer it? I don't know. But You know, when I do my videos, I'm always talking to people about having sketchbooks, and that's a really important thing, because a sketchbook is basically you drawing a face, drawing a nose. Okay, draw a face with a different nose. Draw another different nose. Draw 12 different noses. And at that point, it's all exercise. It's all kind of building knowledge into your mind. So I will say no. The channel is not to show off. The channel is to grow. The channel is to entertain people. And I love this freedom that I have to grow. And I do find that the more I draw and the more I experience this white paper and what will I put on it, and putting down a line and seeing what it gives me, the more confidence I have and the more I love it. So, I hope that answers your question. I hope it does. I hope it answers your question, or at least it gives you some elements to think about your question and what I was thinking about as an answer. But please do take it a chance to go and have a look at some of my videos, some of my drawings, and see what you think about my answer. What do you think? I would love to know that. Have a look at one of my drawings and give me your feedback of what you think about my drawings. Okay? I'll be very, very, very curious. And I look forward to seeing you back on the next drawing very, very soon. Thank you for the question. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.